Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. How is everyone today? I missed you guys. I am feeling much better. I've got some cards ready. I've got some messages for you guys. Gonna do some numbers. Good morning, Tiffany. I've had a very interesting couple of days. Hi, Book baby. How are you? I missed all of y'all. Oh, so it's just me. Thomas is at the doctor. So it's just me, and I'm gonna do my best to make sure I don't miss anybody. Hopefully, we will have a good day. Right? That's what we intend to do. We intend to make it a very good day. Hi, Rose. How are you, sweetheart? From North Texas. Well, hello from Houston. So I don't know how to like star stuff. As you can see, I am again not on StreamYard because for whatever reason, my StreamYard isn't wanting to work with me. So book that would be great. Um, yep. I'm just gonna as I see them come in, I will start them here in just a few minutes. Yeah, it's been interesting, right? It's been interesting. Someone tagged the house, and it's not the friendliest of tags. I'm okay with it. Um, I've been doing a lot of magic to undo the tag. Um, it's been it's been insane. You sent me an email. Okay, all right. I will definitely check it out. Whew. All right, so I'm just gonna scroll back up here to the top, and we'll do Tiffany. We will do Tiffany, and we will just take them one by one, and we will see how many we can get done. Right. So number one is Tiffany. I guess I'm gonna have to keep scrolling back and forth here. I know Tiffany is here, obviously. Pamela, good morning. Ellen, good morning. Liz, good morning. Pia, good morning. Sharon O'Brien, good morning, good morning. You guys, Book has stepped up, so as the moderator, and there's Mo. Good morning, Aspasia. I haven't done that in a while. Hypnicity, hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, Tiffany, are you here, love? I'm sure you are. Um, Moderators are going to try to keep me in place here. All right. So Tiffany, you are here. All right. So let's see what your number is first and foremost. Oh. All right. Can we get a positive? Yes. Okay. So we got 7 and 5 and 2 is 7. So, okay. So we got 2 sevens. 2 sevens is 14. Reduced is 5. So your number is 5, Tiffany. And your message. Okay. Hmm. Okay. All right. Well, we are starting in your crown, Tiffany. So, up in the crown, we know what this is. This is about our thoughts, right? Thoughts lead to action, right? So, what you got up there is you got an empty well, right? It's time to replenish that thoughts, right? So, if you are filling your head or allowing your head to be filled with something other than positivity, this is your first sign that you need to replenish it, right? You need to replenish the hope. You need to allow the hope to be the strongest thing that is going on inside your head, right? When we looked at your heart, well, we, as in Shekinah and Metatron, what they want you to understand is that there is grace and generosity going on in the heart part, right? So you're not allowing what's in your head to come down into your heart, which is a good thing. But because it's in your head, it's living there rent free. And we don't want that, right? Things that live in our heart, they don't live rent free. They work to stay in our heart, right? So it's a good thing that you're not allowing whatever it is up here to come down into your head. But when down in your roots you get wild, woman, this means that you're entertaining it just a little bit, right? So what I need you to do is I need you to pull it out. Literally, you can go and take you some liquid glass, liquid light. You know how we like to call it around here. Mine looks a little worn because I have been using it for sigils and seals and protection since last night because, like I said, it's been a little crazy around here. So with that being said, I want you to understand that you cannot allow it to go from your crown to your root, right? So stop dancing in the madness. Stop accepting the insanity to come in and rent space in your head, right? Go ahead and rise above it. How are you going to rise above it? How are you going to rise above it? Very carefully. You're literally going to rise. You're literally going to stand. You are going to lift yourself above something in your roots, right? You don't want it to take heat. You don't want weeds in your garden, so to speak, right? So within the roots, we're going to rise, right? We're going to lift the vibration. So if you need to do a pedicure, a manicure, a facial, something to cleanse it out of your head, right? So I had to do a salt scrub last night from the top of my face all the way to the bottom of my feet. I had to literally scrub everything out and do a return to sender, right? That's exactly what I need you to do. How are you going to do that? Well, first of all, you're going to take some magic. You're going to get some water, and preferably blessed water. And we know what that is, right? It's rain, right? Something that comes from up there that cannot be replicated. It cannot be duplicated, right? So take that rainwater. Seriously, collect rainwater. If you're a sun child, make sure you try to get the rain from the day. If you are a moon child, try to get some rainwater from the night. Not always the easiest. I understand a lot of people that aren't moon children or don't realize that they're a moon child and not a sun child. They don't understand to collect from the appropriate element, right? So first know what time you were born. And if you are a sun child, then you get that sun rain and you take that jar, which mine is well hidden apparently. I don't know. It's somewhere back there and there's a lot going on up here. I need you to understand that excuse me, that whatever it is that you are allowing to rent space in your head, you don't actually care for it because it's not in your heart. There is generosity in your heart. There is grace in your heart, right? So take that grace and allow karma, literally allow karma to happen, okay? I know that doesn't seem fair. It doesn't seem right. And you're like, well, damn. But here's what you have to say. Consequences be damned. You can't live in my head. No matter what it is, don't allow it to rent space in your head. Something about the way that you're tempering the criticism is going to allow it to be pushed out, right? You are not going to allow it to be a part of you. How do I know that it's about tempering that criticism? We criticize ourselves. We are literally our hardest on ourselves. We think we're hardest on someone else, but we're actually not. We are hardest on ourselves. Why are we being hard on ourselves? Because sometimes we forget that we need just a little bit of it, right? Just a little bit, because it keeps us on our toes. It keeps us wanting to better ourselves. But as long as it is yours that you are trying to better for yourself, then you can't allow someone else's thoughts to come into your head and rent that space for free. The reason you got the number 5 is because it represents the body, right? The 5 represents all of this, right? All of this body right here is represented by the number 5. 5 is not always a bad thing like it is in tarot or whatever, or however you want to look at it. I don't always see the 5 as that. Sometimes it's an awareness, sometimes it's a challenge. But when you think about the body, you think about one body, and you think about the phalanges and the extensions that we have, 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head that goes outside of the actual connected torso, right? So therefore, all 5 of the parts of you that need to be addressed are safe within your heart, but you're not protecting your head as much as you are protecting your heart. So you need to literally, once you force it out, you need to call in karma and say, hey, let it be seen so that it can become unseen from me, right? So continue to push it out of your head by keeping your roots clean and not allowing it to get to your roots. And then once you have realized that you are allowing Tom, Dick, and Harry's destructive thoughts in your head to be removed, then you can start to temper your criticism towards yourself, because you're not going to think that about yourself anymore because you don't have them thoughts in your head. So keep pushing it out and keep bringing in good with manicures, pedicures, doing a facial, going and getting your hair braided, making yourself feel beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that. When you see yourself as someone that is worthy, you will be felt as someone that is worthy. Go collect magic, let karma come in, and rise above it. Because this part right here won't be growth without understanding that you need to rise above all of it and let karma take its effect on who it will affect, right? You can't push karma onto anybody, but you can definitely make sure that you aren't catching someone else's karma. So let them catch their own karma and not have any space in your head. That's what I've got for you, babe. Ooh, hello, everybody else that came in. And Maruta, my beautiful Maruta. 5 minutes to midnight makes me moony. I like that, moony. All right, let's see. According to book, Ellen is next. Ellen, are you here, sweetie? Hi, Kristen Louise. How are you? Y'all, I was so sick this week. I was so sick. I couldn't do anything but return to sender, man. I was so sick. But I feel much better since I returned that energy. It wasn't mine, and I was tired of it wreaking havoc on my soul. Okay, Ellen is here. Let's see. Let's get you a number first from Shakina. And for those who don't know who Shakina is, she is Metatron's female counterpart. They all the archangels, AA archangel. Okay, so words hard today because I haven't had to speak in a minute. So words hard. Okay, we are adding 6 and 7. 6 and 7 is 13, right? You get 13. So if you haven't played the numbers game, here's how the numbers games work. All numbers are reduced except for 11, 13, and 21. Okay, you got 13. So therefore, your number is my favorite number in the whole world, lucky number 13. But you can reduce it or you can add it. Okay, that is your choice. You get to have what they would call a heavenly number, right? I know a lot of people put all these bad things on the number 13 or the number this or the number that, but you have to understand that all of them numbers started in a place before man decided to turn them into something else, right? So hold on to that number 13 because it is a very lucky number. I'm just looking at chat because, I'm used to a whole different setup here, but we don't have that. Rossi. Ooh, Rossi, I tried to wear my earrings, baby. They are so heavy. Oh, they are so heavy. I had them in this morning and I had a whole different dress on and I couldn't even hardly hold my head up. I was like, oh shit. Like oh, they are heavy, but I absolutely love them and I will be wearing them. I think because of how big they are, I think I need my hair to be down and I'm going to be taking the back down probably in a week or so. So we shall see. Okay, so coming in with number 13 couldn't get any better than Santa Muerte herself, right? So when you think about the fact that Santa Muerte has come, she's come with an offering for you, right? Not the opposite the way around. You have already made the sacrifices and you apparently have made an offering to her that was accepted, and she is returning the offering with a blessing. This blessing is coming from the spirit of the West. So not only do you have the blessing of Santa Muerte herself accepting your offering and returning another offering to you, be on the lookout for something that you can't explain that just shows up out of nowhere, right? And I mean, it could literally be anything. It could be a stone that you have been hunting for years. It could be money, even though I don't like to say the money thing because money seems to go to people's heads and, they see it as an object that burns a hole in their pocket instead of something that helps them build reinforcements in their castle, so to speak, right? So you have the blessing of the West coming in. The blessing of the West also lets you know that it's setting, right? The setting of the sun and the rising of the moon. So you understand it differently. The sun is the blessing from the east, the moon is the blessing from the west. So the moon itself and Santa Muerte have come together to let you know that there are a whole bunch of joys that are headed your way. I don't know if it's going to be a stream of little bitty things that, you can't seem to understand how it's happening to you. It's called fate, right? A lot of people want to put words in places where they don't exist, right? So when you look at just fate, you have to understand exactly what it is, right? Never in a million years could you have done it without fate. Fate made it fall in line for you, no matter how much other people or the world around you tried to take it from you. Fate made sure that it happened. That sister stepped up and said, nope, you will have it. It doesn't matter. You don't have to trust because your trust fall is in clouds. You don't have to worry about if somebody is going to catch you or not because the blessing has already been accepted and returned. So you're not going to fall. You're not going to not receive the small little joys that are coming. There is a straight arrow that is closing doors and helping you with completion that is coming. And this straight arrow is coming from either one, Santa Muerte, or it's coming from the spirit of the West. It's coming straight to you. There's no curve to this. There's no way it can miss you. And there's no detour. This is something that you earned. And you can't even probably begin to understand what it is because you don't understand what you did, right? You don't have to. There's the best part. We don't always have to understand and accept the unknown. We just have to trust that the unknown has our best interest at hand, right? So when you think about having your best interest at hand and you think about the blessings that's coming, it's also helping you close the door in something, right? We all have to make room for things. And when one door closes, another one opens, right? We complete things. That's what tens are for, right? That big, huge stop sign. It is for us to take a pause, take a moment, enjoy that we completed something, that we seen something through to completion, right? We didn't walk away. We didn't give up. We didn't give in. We stood our ground. And because we stand our ground, we get blessings from the universe. I'm always telling everybody, send all the karma and all the bullshit you want because I know I'm highly blessed and favored. I'm not going to feel it. It's going to bounce off of me and be returned back to sender. And that's exactly what I have been doing since last night, has been returning a bunch of energy to sender because, like I said, someone tagged the house. They tagged it in some very unfriendly things, but I didn't allow that to affect me. I went right into protection mode. I went right into putting sigils and seals all over shit and protecting things. In a minute, I'm going to start putting them on my arms. You guys are going to see me next time, and I'm probably going to have all kinds of protection things on my arms, on my chest. I may even have them on my face because what you're not going to do is I'm not going to allow your negativity to come in and take from my blessing, right? My blessing is your blessing. Your blessing is their blessing. And they don't want to see it that way because they're not the one actually receiving the joy, right? Something in your crown is overwhelming, right? So lighten the load, right? When we lighten the load, when we take back our power, we are taking their power from them. And that's the best part. You don't have to allow them to even know that you took that power back. And sometimes it has to be done that way, right? We don't want bad intentions. We don't want bad to happen to them. But when they aren't accepting what you're doing for them, for yourself, then they can't begin to gain the blessing that you are trying to bestow on them. So don't allow their uncertainty of the unknown to take from you, because this last word right here is plenty, right? So when you think about this word right here, plenty, that means that there's more than enough, right? And if they're constantly taking from you, take, and they are not returning that energy, this is the universe way of letting you know that they themselves are closing the door. They're closing the door, not from you, but from them. We have to earn certain people in our life, right? At some point, a lot of people that were bad don't have any good people in their life because they've used them, they took advantage of them, they've abused them. What they fail to understand is that you aren't the one that is speaking it into existence. They are. And the universe is listening because obviously you asked the universe to remove the mask. I don't want people wearing masks in front of me. So therefore, I make sure that the universe returns that same energy to them. You can be all you want to be over there, away from me. I'm not going to allow it to be a part of my life, and you can't allow it to be a part of your thoughts. Your thoughts need closure. And when you get that closure, you gain something because you unlock your heart. So as you're unlocking different parts of your heart that you didn't know were locked or blocked or even available to you because you were too busy giving all of you to people that weren't deserving of you, and because you didn't stop, the universe stepped in and said, stop. They started unlocking parts of your heart that allow you to understand that you are worthy of not just the number 13, but you are worthy of the blessings that come with it, because Santa Muerte is backing it, the Spirit of the West is backing it, and they are showing you that the offerings that they are returning to you outweigh the little blessings that you asked for. They're much bigger, they're much grander. So remember, this is your time to just accept the joy, let the joy come in, and let your heart continue to be opened by the universe itself. Source will never lead you wrong. No matter what it is, no matter how much it feels heavy, uncomfortable, you can bear that weight. You can bear that weight. Don't think that you can't bear that weight, because they're not going to put anything on you that you can't carry and make it look effortlessly. You're not carrying the whole 10 of wands because they're in the back and they're holding the heaviest part of that. You're just carrying the light part in the front. And that's all you have to do. The universe will carry the weight for you. And that's exactly where you're at in your life. And because of that, you get to open more of your heart to people that are deserving of you and the joys that you bring. And that's what I've got for you, honey. Continue to allow your heart to be open. Book, are you next? Thank you, Rossi. Let's see. So we have on the list Book, Liz, Sharon, Pamela, Hypnicity, Rossi, Maruda, and Jennifer. And yes, that is the completion of the list. Let's see, Denise Hershey. Any news from my spirit team and waiting on you? Could they need to give me some more information? Are you on the list? Let's see. I will take a look at that, but let me get through some of these messages real quick. So, Book, if I'm reading this correctly, you are next. Are you still with me? Are you still with us? Well, I'm assuming you are. I got you, Denise. Stony! What up, Stony? All right. Just waiting to make sure Book's still here. She's doing a lot of work behind scenes, y'all. So, y'all, yeah, I'll show her some extra love. All right. Let me see what we got here. Oh, nope. We need a one way or another. Hey, give me one way or another. Thank you. All right. So we have 4 and 9, and it's subtraction. So 9 from 4 or 4 from 9 is 5. And again, you get the body. You get 5. I get jealous of that because I never get 5s. I like it, but I never get 5s. So remember that all of you is deserving. So make sure that you hold on to your number 5 and you grant yourself every single day something: facial, manicure, pedicure. You don't have to do it every single day, but you do need to honor one of them every single day, whether it's today it's your hands and you want to honor your hands. So you buy yourself something pretty or a pretty shade of a color that you've always wanted on your nails or whatever, a pedicure, facial, whatever, or the body itself. Do a salt scrub on the body, but make sure that you are pampering the body because the body is your number this week. Yes, I just got back from vacation last week, and it was incredible. I love this for you. Oh, okay, okay. Hmm. All right. So we're gonna start in the very beginning. Usually I like to start backwards, but apparently today we are not starting backwards for you. Stony, you buy pretty dresses for yourself. I love that. I love that. Okay, book. So first of all, I need you to like relax and remove the anxiety, right? As someone that suffers from anxiety, trust me, this is not easy. We get overwhelmed, right? With just the simplest sometimes of things because it's not going the way we pictured it, we imagined it. we aren't um we aren't allowing it to happen because it's not comfortable, right? And because it's not comfortable, anxiety grows, right? So I'm going to need you to remove all of the anxiety that is in your mind. And I know that sounds so much easier than it actually is, but it can be done. As someone who smokes, that takes a lot of the anxiety away, right? You don't have to be a smoker. Um, there are ways that we can dial it down a little bit. Now, I prefer natural things like hemp or cannabis because I know that it's not going to hurt me. I know that it's not dirty, and I know that it grows from something that was given to us. Man likes to take shit from us, but they like to give us things that we can have: orange trees, water. Even though man wants to tax it because man is greedy, you can find a way to make it your own, right? There are all kinds of different sedatives that are natural. There are flowers and flower petals that are natural that can ease things, right? So I need you to understand that you need to remove the anxiety just a little bit. And in order to do that, you have to allow the feminine to come in, right? So the cosmic feminine that it wants to come in and address you over this anxiety is literally going to send you down a spiral. It's a healthy natural spiral that needs to happen, right? So I don't like meta messages to go into shadow work, but when I'm looking at relieve the anxiety, the divine feminine, and the spiral, I have to let you know that all of these spirals, all of these different doorways, all of these different openings are opportunities to find ways to remove the anxiety. Find a movie that you like. Could be old as hell, it can be brand new. Find a book that you like. Find somewhere that can take you mentally to a place where there is no anxiety, right? Everybody has to have this beautiful place for meditation or just their happy place, whether it is a mental place that you can only get to in your head or it is of actual place like a garden or going somewhere and doing something that you don't often get to do because of whatever transportation, having gas money to go there, if it's not in walking distance. Wherever this place is that brings you joy, that is where you need to start at. When you get there, call in the divine feminine and allow that womb to be healed, right? Not just our physical womb inside of us as women. Some of us don't have them anymore. Some of us have had cancer, or we've had this, or we've had that. And our womb, we feel like, because it is not the same as it was when we were born, it's not supposed to. Everything within our body changes, right? So therefore, you have to bring back that part of you. You have to bring that feminine womb back and allow the womb itself to heal you from the inside out. And in order to do that, you have to call her in and you have to ask her to re-bless the body, right? And in order to do that, you're going to have to become literally a hollow bone. Why do I say that? Because hollow bones are the exact sorry, spider. Ah, spider. Ah. Go away, spider. Oh, go away. Damn it. And there's no Thomas to chase the spider away. Oh. Please go away, spider. Oh, shit. All right. Anyway, back to the hollow bone. Okay. I know I can't. I'm terrified of spiders. So when you take the hollow bone in, you also are understanding that it is a making you be teachable, right? So I need you to understand there is something that you are going to be learning in the place of this moment that needs to be healed, right? So once you call in your divine feminine and once you allow her to come in to the womb through your body and cleanse you, it might get real hot. It might get real uncomfortable. You might be over there dying, literally sweating to death. But you have to understand that she is burning those toxins that are not good for you out. And they got to get it out. We got to release it. So allow her to come in. Allow her to embrace your womb, your mind, your heart, your roots, your knees, your elbows, your sore shoulders, all of it. Tell her, take all of these toxins away from me. Allow me to be retaught in your way, not this way, not man's way. That is not how we learn. That is not how they teach us. We have to remember that they demand respect. And as long as you are giving yourself and them the respect that you and them deserve, you are allowing them to come in and burn those toxins out of you. Once those toxins are burnt out of you, this is where they're going, right? They're going straight to a ghost land that you don't need to have access to, because that is where the ugly goes, right? When you think about a ghost land, it's not the other side. It's not where our loved ones and our ancestors are at. When you think about the ghost lands, that's where things that aren't deserving go to die. They get trapped in places like that so that they can't get back out to you. He's at the doctor, Maria. And due to that fact that they cannot get back to you, they can't influence your decisions. They can't influence your life either. So you have the spirit of the north and the spirit of sing, right? So there is song that is within you, right? That may be what they need to teach you, but you're not going to be able to receive the song if you don't allow them to come in and cleanse the toxins out. So allow them toxins to be cleaned out. Allow all of the spirit that's coming with the north to come in and burn it all away. There is nothing better than burning a field so that it can grow back green the next time, right? It's not going to come back green if you don't burn it off, right? You have to burn it off. It is controlled because there is a goddess that is coming in, and she is going to help you. Not just remove the anxiety. She is going to allow you to become teachable. learnable. And then once you get it, you absolutely can pay it forth and you can give it away to the next person. But you have to be willing to be teachable first. So work on being teachable, work on being accepting, and understand that your number is the number of the body, and the body will not lead you the wrong way. Your mind might, but the body and the heart will not. And that's what I've got for you, honey. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, KK. And anyone else that has come in. Hello, hello, hello. All right, let me see. Oh, nope. Oh, no, don't time them out. Sorry, I almost timed somebody out because my clicker clicked on the wrong thing. You're welcome, Stony. Liz. Liz, you are up, love. I haven't seen them in chat. Let's see. I hope everybody had a really good weekend. You heard spiders or ghosts? Interesting. Interesting. I love you too. All right, Liz, let's get your number. Oh, come on. One way or another. Hey, one day or another. I'm going to find you. I'm going to get you. All right, so we got 5 and we got 7, and we are subtracting, so we have 2. 2. So the number of balance is for you this week. Okay. Well, I kind of actually love this. All right, so let's let's start with what's going on in your crown. So as we look into the crown, we absolutely love this, right? You got the luminous warrior. That's not the wounded warrior, right? I know a lot of people get them confused because they think, oh, well, the warrior mind, the warrior mind, the warrior mind, right? The warrior mind is someone that cannot stop, right? The warrior is the person that is within you, male or female. That warrior is neither. They are both. That warrior has to be able to stand against everything, right? So when we think about all the traumatic bad shit, or when we think about, just the crap fucking weekend you may have had, you have to learn to understand that the warrior within you is just that. They are not a survivor. They are not a victim. They are not a victimizer. They are a warrior. They stand for what is right. They don't stand for what is to be gained. They stand for what is right. Excuse me again, guys. 1 minute. Oh my goodness. Ooh, here I go.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. Yeah.
Have a great day. You too. Blessings. Thank you. You're welcome, sweetie.
Oh, come, guys. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Gotta go. Sorry. Well, this is the most I've talked in a week. Stony, I did, but now I don't. Thomas has 2 of them, though. Little badasses. Anyway, all right. So back to your crown. You have the warrior in your mind. Do not think that you are not deserving of everything that crosses your mind. That warrior will make sure that you are deserving of it. And therefore, That's the reason that you get the seer in your heart, right? You get to witness things, you get to allow certain things to be seen, right? Well, in a way, you're allowing it to be seen because you're allowing the universe to show you what it needs to be for you, right? Can't be what is for me or for what is for the next person, whether that next person is your husband or your child. It has to be for you. Your mind is going to be focused on you and allowing you to see with your heart, right? So therefore, you understand that the mind may be able to play tricks on you, but your heart can't. Your heart can't lead you down the wrong way. Your heart won't and can't break itself. It's not built like that. But our brains can trick us. It can lead us into false this. It can literally make us think we're going in the right direction, and we literally are not going in the right direction. Our brain has the ability to throw us into placebo moments, but your heart doesn't, right? Your heart loves unconditionally and it gives unconditionally. It doesn't know to put limitations on it. That is your mind allowing limitations to be put on you. Go away, maggot. So you are going to be building a bridge, right? Down in those roots, you're going to be building a bridge. Now, why are you building a bridge? But your heart knows, because your heart is allowing the possibility to come, right? So the reunion and union of something, whether it is you combining your heart with um, purity for your mind, or you are allowing your heart to lead your feet, right? Because that's basically what life is about. It's 2 feet and a heartbeat. If you don't carry yourself, you'll never get there, right? So remember that the union, the bridge that you are building, it is for you. You don't have to allow anyone to come into your head or to cross your bridge to get to something so pure and vulnerable as the heart, when they themselves are not making themselves vulnerable to you. So make sure that whoever you are allowing to cross the bridge once you get it built, that they are deserving of you and you are also deserving of them. You are both putting in equal work for it to work, right? So there is nothing that you have to worry about, even if it is coming apart, right? It gets real messy sometimes right before a huge blessing or a payout, right? Everything seems like it's just literally falling through your hands. And it is. And it absolutely is, because that's how the universe works. The universe allows that to happen for the simple fact is it has to clean up. And in order to clean up, it's got to make shit a little messy so that you can understand the difference. And little boy, you will get declawed. Leave this dress alone. So I'm wanting you to understand is that life itself is going to get it a little messy on purpose, right? Why does it need to do this? Because there is a community that is waiting for you. And not just a community, but an offering of a blessing is coming with this community, right? This community, I don't know if it's this community. I don't know if it's the next algorithm, or it could be literally the town that you live in, and you have a very special connection to the people in your town. The offerings are from them to you, right? They are offering something that you yourself could give to them, but instead they would rather you receive it than to work for it, right? So remember that the community that you put all of your hard work into is also doing hard work for you in the backgrounds, even when you can't see it. There is an experiment that's going on, and this makes me think that that is why the universe is making it just a little bit messy for you, because they need you yourself to see the clowns for the clowns. Period. Clowns are meant for one thing in this world: to entertain, right? You could have one that's there for protection. You could have one that is there for um, making animals out of balloons. Whatever the situation may be, understand that whatever reason they need you to experience life, they're putting you in front of the jester. They're putting you in front of the damned fool, because there's nothing wrong with being a fool. We have to somewhat be a fool every single day. We just don't have to be a damn fool, right? So that's what I want you to understand. You're the one leading your life. Let the clowns stay in the back, because for one, they're not deserving to lead you, because they could be leading you the wrong way. So allow the universe to make it a little messy, because the offerings that are coming from the community of those that actually genuinely love you, they want to walk beside you, not behind you. And they definitely don't want to lead you down the wrong path. And that's what I've got for you, honey. Miss Tarot D! Miss Tarot D, we need to talk. All right, Sharon. Sharon. Great. Where did that little shit go? Creep, what are you doing? He has crawled into... Okay. Alrighty. Alright, Creep. Okay. Sharon. Alright, Sharon. Let's get you a number. Okay. 6, 4. And we are subtracting 4 from 6, so 2. Okay. All right. So your number is 2, which is about balance. So you will be working with balance this week. Okay. All right. So this message is kind of focused on Middle Earth, right? Where we're at right now. We aren't in the clouds and we aren't in the lower. We are definitely directly in the middle, right? So this is actually a good thing for your crown, because that means that you are not allowing your head to be caught up in the clouds where you can't focus and stay grounded, right? So while you're also dealing with the fact that you're really focusing on what's going on in your immediate foundation, you are also working on the fate, right? So when you think about the fate, this is about that sister that goes along with life and karma and destiny, right? There's 4 of them. And I know a lot of times we say, well, there's no such thing as this, or there's no such thing as this, or there's no such thing as this. And you know what? That in itself is, I think they take it as a very rude thought, right? Because they very much are real, right? When we don't take and make choices for our life, life tends to send us down lesson lane, right? So while we're on lesson lane and we are learning this lesson that life itself is trying to teach us, sometimes we think that we can interfere with that and we can make something be fated to us, or we can hope that something is fated to us, when in actuality you may be able to kind of twerk and tweak your destiny a little bit. But when it's fated for you, it doesn't matter what's standing in your way. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how big the mountain is. It doesn't matter how big the ocean is. What matters is that it was fated to happen to you. Whether it's good or bad, that completely is up to you. But you got the medical serpent coming in. So I have to see it as good, right? So many people take serpents and they think that, they're just the worst thing ever, or Man has made them so scary sounding that we forget the medical properties that comes with the anti-venom that could heal us, keep us alive. Um, if we don't shed our skin, which we do, like a snake, we tend to not be able to breathe because our skin can't expand. It can't grow, right? We literally can't breathe. So you do have a serpent coming in to help you understand something that you are fated to do. It doesn't, and it has everything to do with the real world, this world right here, the Middle Earth that we are in, right? So, this metamorphosis is literally about change because metamorphosis is paired with serpent, right? So, while you are thinking about what you are to become, you need to understand that there has to be a either physical or an emotional death to something, right? You have to let something go in order to gain something, right? When you are okay, we'll use a bird for example, right? That bird has nesting down when it's born, right? It can't fly. It doesn't have fly feathers. It has down, nesting down, right? And it keeps it warm and it keeps it kind of fluffy and kind of cute because it hasn't, realized that it is going to one day be pushed out of the nest by maybe the siblings, maybe the parents, who knows? But there has to be a death, right? They have to lose the down and they have to gain these other feathers, right? When we are a child, we have to lose baby teeth so that we can gain the adult teeth, the permanent teeth, right? Sometimes we get sick and we lose those too, but that's not what we're talking about, right? Sometimes we have to lose an arm, a leg, an appendage, right? But we gain something in the loss of it, right? So there is legacy that is coming your way. Now, it is going to come at the cost of a loss, a death of some kind, right? It's not a physical death. It is a emotional death, or maybe it is a materialistic death, right? Maybe you have too much of something and you need to let go of it so that you can make room for what you're actually fated to do, right? So understand that whatever it is that is coming to you in the way of, you're going to be losing it, it is always 100% for your highest truth, right? You don't have to wonder about where it's coming from because it's coming from up there. They are the ones that are allowing it to happen, but they need you to witness it. They need you to understand that you yourself need the metamorphosis. We don't just have butterflies, right? Butterflies do not just get born. They get turned, right? A caterpillar goes into a cocoon. The cocoon literally allows the caterpillar to deteriorate into physically goo, and then it reshapes itself into something even more beautiful than the caterpillar, and we get something else when it comes out. So I need you to understand you will be losing something, but it is a part of you that you have either outgrown, or it is a part of you that you no longer serve, or it no longer serves you. So therefore, it has to be let go of. And in order to do that, there has to be a mourning time, a grieving time. You're losing this, but you're gaining something much bigger and more truthful, not just about yourself, but about your actual existence on something you are fated to do. So make sure that you understand that the number 2 is for balance, and you will find the balance in the loss, but not until you have let go of the loss, grieved it, and then allowed it to heal so that something else can take up that space that will be blessed and serving for you and your future. And that's what I've got for you, sweetie. How'd that damn spider go? Ooh, I don't like when I can't see where it went. Oh. Dum, 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 dum. Let me see. Where's our list? No, why do you keep wanting to do that? Okay, so Sharon, Pamela. All right, so are we on Pamela now? That's because they're matching your vibration, or you're matching their vibration, right? Bees, butterflies, hummingbirds, they find us because we are matching a vibration that they seek out. They are not coming to hurt you. The bee is not coming, oh, let me go sting that one. Usually they don't even have a stinger if it's a male bumblebee, right? They don't even have a stinger, so they say. So understand it so that you understand that it is about the balance that you need to work on. Okay. Let's see. Next. So Pamela, I believe, is next, right? Book, you are doing a beautiful job with helping me keep up with this. I just want you to know that. And we are looking for Pamela. Pamela. Oh, yep, Pamela is here. All right, Pamela. Swampy! Swampy! All right, so we got 5 and we got 10. So, oh my goodness. Okay, that's easy. 5 from 10 is 5. So you get the body, right? So did you see a pattern here, guys? It seems like we got a lot of body going on, right? And there ain't nothing wrong with that, obviously. So that is definitely good. Oh, okay. Okay, that would make sense then. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So where I want to start, they're telling me to go the opposite direction. So again, you got 5. We understand 5 is for the body, right? The body itself is 1. This is 2. This is 3, 4. Our legs are 5, right? We have to have these 5 appendages or the body don't work, right? So make sure that you do something to bless the body, whether it's the physical body or it's one of these beautiful appendages that you have that are connected to the beautiful body. So understand it to be something that needs to have your undivided attention. Why do I say that? Because you need to learn to trust your intuition about something. Now, if there's a person that keeps coming into your life and every time they come into your life, something just doesn't feel right, something doesn't feel normal, there's just something that your body is telling you it's not right. Trust that. You don't have, it doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't, no matter how hard they fight against you and try to convince you of something else when your body is telling you something completely different. I need you to trust your intuition. Your gut is only going to mess up on you when you got the BGs and you need to use the bathroom, or there is something on you or watching you, or someone is trying to put something on you that isn't meant for you. And your gut is telling you, that ain't right. Back the hell up. Trust that. And if it's happening over and over again, whether it's a place that you go to or a person, or it's an energy that keeps coming around you in the work environment, if it's happening while you are at work, you need to understand that your body is reacting to it because your body knows that the unknown isn't right here. Even though it might not understand what it is, it's trying to reinforce to you that it's got your best interest at hand and at heart. So trust that whatever it is that is happening for you, it is happening, or I mean that it's happening to you, it's happening for you to start recognizing it, right? So there is a crossing and a flow that comes for your mind and your heart, right? So as you learn to trust your gut, your intuition, if you learn and grow with it, you are building this bridge, right? As you're building this bridge, you are also learning to go with the flow naturally, where maybe you weren't and you couldn't balance it. But guess what? While you're on the bridge, you're going to learn to balance things that you never knew you could balance before, right? It's not about juggling. It's about removing those distractions that are stopping you from juggling, right? It is allowing you to be less heard, less felt, and you're not being able to enjoy what it is that is coming for you because you can't see past your gut at the moment, right? You don't have to be able to see past your gut. You just have to know that it ain't right, and your gut is letting you know, go the opposite direction. Don't go that way. Go the opposite direction. We can't always go up, guys. I know people want to think that we can and we want to say that we can, but guess what? We can't. We can only go so high up before eventually you have to start learning to move forward and trusting that moving forward is moving up. You're leveling up by moving forward, right? So sometimes you got to cap yourself and say, you know what? I can't go any higher. Up there is for gods and goddesses and mortals and prophets and shit that I ain't, right? So I have to respect the fact that I've gone as high as I can as a human. Now I need to figure out how to go forward. And that is exactly what they are trying to get you to understand. You need to move forward. And in order to do that, you have to trust your gut. Your gut, your heart cannot, will not, and won't lead you in the wrong direction. So as you begin to build and cross over into trusting what is going on, you're going to find out that you can balance a lot of things by removing the distractions that were holding you back. You're no longer going to be stuck in the mud, right? There's going to be this giant opportunity that is going to come, and it's just like this giant elephant comes out of nowhere, and all of a sudden he extends his trunk to you, and you're no longer stuck in the mud. You can climb up on that elephant, and that elephant can carry you through the swamps of sadness, the mud. It can pull you out of the rut that you have put yourself in, right? There is something that you will be gathering and transcending. So make sure that you understand that when that elephant sends his trunk down there to pull you out of that mud, it's because the universe felt you worthy. The transcension, the growth, the offering, it's going to be literally emphatic. Do you see this? This, what do you call it? A limp stick, the infinity sign, right? You will be gathering for the rest of your life. You will be gathering things that you know are serving you. You're going to gather your own apples so that you don't have to worry about somebody trying to doctor up a rotten apple and serve it to you and hide the deceit. You're going to be doing it for yourself. You are going to be able to allow yourself to get out there and pick your own fruit and then bear your own fruit as well. And I don't mean bring a child in. I mean the thoughts in your head will turn into fruits that will benefit you, whether it benefits your home, your career, your love life, your family life, or just your growth in spirituality itself from one extreme to the next. But you must learn to transcend it. You have to let it become something other than what it was when it started. And that's what I've got for you, honey. Make sure you gather your own fruit and you trust that intuition because it will not lead you the wrong way. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh. You're welcome. All right, Hypnicity, and then Rossi, and Ruta, and Jennifer, and then there was someone else had a question that I was going to try to get to too. All right. Hypnicity. She's here. Hypnicity. Oh, 11, 14. 14 is 5. No. Yep. We're subtracting. So it's 1, 14. So it's 3. Yep. So we got 3. So your number is 3. Woohoo! I like getting numbers like that. All right. So your number is 3 for the week. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, this will be nice and easy. All right. So, first and foremost, we're going to start in the roots, right? So, hypnicity, what I want you to understand is that your roots need some attention, right? There are some seeds that need to be planted in those roots. You have to plant them, though. You have to physically plant them in your roots, right? When you want morals and values, we tend to always go back to the ones we were raised with. But then as we grow up and we become our own person with our own thoughts and our own mind, we start realizing that the seeds that were planted for us don't necessarily fit, right? We may have a gorgeous tree that's not fitting. The roots are tearing up your sidewalks. The roots are tearing up your yard. So therefore, that is not a seed that is beneficial if you're having to do all of the work just to keep it clean. It can't clean itself, right? So what I need you to do is I need you to realize your highest self is coming forth for this message, right? So when you think about the intention that comes with what you are going to be planting, you have to understand you are the only one that can grow that. You are the only one that can plant it there. Your parents can't plant it anymore once you're your own adult. You can allow people to rent space in your head, but then that's not very healthy, and therefore you're not making your own thoughts. You're not making your own choices. You're allowing someone else to be the bearer of your fruit. They're gaining all the work that you're doing, and they're not doing any of the work for themselves. They are not themselves growing because they themselves thought you would do the work for them. Well, this is your highest self telling you not anymore, right? So as you start sparking new thoughts, new intentions, as you start um, seeding your seeds because you need them to sprout, you need them to be watered correctly. They need to have the right dirt. They need to have the right amount of sunlight. They need to have the right amount of rain. They need to have the right amount of everything. And you are the only one that can do all of that for you. You don't have to worry about who isn't doing the work, because that's why you got Blade, right? So in your heart, you got Blade, right? So this is a ceremonial acclimate. This is not a blade that is going to take life. This is something that is going to literally cut off what is no longer serving you. This is your ceremonial blade, your acclimate, to show that you're not playing with these people. You are not going to allow these people to trample all over your garden that you yourself have been building and working on, right? So once you get all of these new seeds, you're going to understand that you yourself are going to be reconnecting and rejoining a part of you that you thought you lost. But look, you're right here. You didn't lose you. You're gaining something by allowing their seeds to be pulled out, because they are not serving your root system. They aren't helping you grow. So you need to understand that that's the reason you thought you lost yourself. But I am here to let you know that you did not lose yourself. You have always had the tool to serve for yourself, right? There is something about you that needs to be loved, and it has something to do with your body, right? You don't see yourself as this beautiful person for some reason. I think I got the ugliest feet in the world, but hey, you know what? I keep getting told that Greek feet ain't ugly, but then yet I ain't got no damn Greek in me. So why do I got Greek feet? Make it make sense, right? But that is my own insecurity, right? But I found a way to learn to love them, right? I don't care what someone else thinks. I don't care that somebody says you got teacher arms. I don't care that somebody says, well, where is your front teeth? Well, gee, let's start, right? So that is the reason I am trying to tell you, it doesn't matter what you've been through in your life. What matters is how you present yourself, right? So as long as you are presenting yourself in the most beautiful way possible, you aren't hurting yourself. In fact, you're growing something within you that you didn't know that you could, because you didn't know that you could love yourself like this, right? So I need you to understand that no matter what part of you needs you, you are the only one that can love you enough to grow that part of your body to be beautiful in your eyes. And if somebody genuinely loves you unconditionally, guess what? They love the imperfections about you as well, because you are a package deal, and you cannot let someone separate you from you because they don't want to love that part of you. They don't get to love any of you if they cannot accept all of you. So make sure that you understand that while you are reconnecting to yourself, you are also seeding the way for that person who will see you and love you the way that you deserve to be loved. And that's what I've got for you, honey. Rossi, Maru, and Jennifer. Oh, I love that you think your husband is a gift. I love that. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see what your numbers are. All right. Rossi. I need numbers for Rossi. Okie dokie. So we have 4. We have 4 minus 4. OMG. Okay, so your number is 0. And let me tell you, this is literally the coolest shit ever. I don't get this number a lot, and I've only ever gotten it one other time for one other person. And then I literally had to read about it because I'm like, well, I've never gotten a 0 before, right? So your number is 0. This is literally the most sacred number of all possible numbers because all numbers start there. Sorry, there's no beginning and there is no end. A 0 is a perfect circle, right? So, unless you are allowing your own circle to be broken, you cannot be broken. For you are no beginning and you are no ending. You are the closest to the spiritual understanding of what it is above you that is waiting for you, right? So, as you enjoy your number 0, do not let it think that there's nothing there because 0 is the ultimate best number that you can have when it starts your spiritual journey. They also want you to understand that you're going to be creating some boundaries, right? There is an ancestor that is coming through for you, and this ancestor is letting me know that you need to work on boundaries, right? Now, I feel like this is a boundary that you don't even know you need yet because you haven't understood that someone has broke a boundary that doesn't exist yet, right? So this ancestor, see that ancestor that's way up here? They're already at the top of the mountain. They're just waiting on you to get there. So in order for you to get there, you're going to have to climb that mountain. And there's always going to be a climb within all of us, no matter who we are, no matter where we're going, or no matter what is ahead of us. There is always going to be a climb, period. You can make a mountain out of a molehill, or you can climb until you can't climb anymore. And when you can't climb anymore, it's at that point that you have realized you have reached the ancestor that is waiting for you, right? This ancestor already climbed the mountain for you. So all you had to do was just follow their tracks. But if you're not paying attention because you don't have the correct boundaries set, you are literally going to have to understand that the universe is making you climb what you feel by yourself, but you're not by yourself. You have ancestors that are waiting for you at the top. They're not on the other side because the down is part of the climb as well, right? So once we go all the way up and we have made that initial climb, the benefit is on the other side, right? And they want to go with you. And in order to go with you, you need to understand that they are doing this in the hand, right? So in the hand means that you are offering the hand and they are offering the energy that you need to meet this ancestor that's waiting for you, right? Along the way, you're going to be changing, setting, and creating boundaries that you don't know you needed until now. And now it's the time, right? So What you're not going to do is worry about trying to rope the wind, because we all understand you can't rope the wind to begin with. And it's not about roping the wind. It's about taming your fire, right? You have to be the one ultimately in control at all times. When you allow someone to take you out of pocket, or take you in space in your head, or literally pull you out of your box, you are not trying to tame the wind within you. You're trying to rope the wind that can't be roped. So do not make it a struggle. Grab your grab your talisman. It's literally just that simple. Grab your talisman and allow you to birth something into this world, right? You don't have to physically birth it like a child, even though they are showing it in the form of a womb with a pregnant woman here. But she's also pregnant with possibilities, right? She is pregnant with anything she can bring to life. You have the ability to bring things to life, right? Whether you're building a puppet doll, or you're creating a cornhusk doll, or you're creating a Bridget cross, or you are creating a Christmas tree for Yule, or a Yule log for the season that is coming up. It will be your hands that bring it into existence and life. So don't worry about wondering what they're doing, because they will wait all the time you need. As long as you are working on you, they will patiently wait for you to catch up to them. Why do I say that? Because there is change that is being paired with your talisman. So when you think about creating boundaries, finding the ancestor that's waiting for you, realizing that the universe is the energy within your hands, that your hands are creating something and not fighting against it anymore, it is you then that you realize that the talisman brought the change that you needed, right? You have to understand that Nomo and Nono, or however you say their names, they are beautiful dragonfish, right? Dragonfish are some of the most beautiful fish in the world. Why? Because they are. They have iridescent colors. They have colors that other fish don't have, and they have the ability to grow beyond their own existence, right? You can put a lot of fish in a fish tank and they're only going to grow to the inhabitant of what they live in, right? Not a dragonfish, honey. A dragonfish is going to grow the teeniest, tiniest little centimeters or millimeters, or the points of the millimeters that are so tiny you can't see it, because they're never going to stop change. They're never going to want to be the same thing every single day. They want to be a little bit bigger. They want to be a little bit stronger. They do that because they bring change to their body, right? They change the way their tail goes so that their tail can have some more flair to it. Or they allow change to happen without fighting it. And when they don't fight it, that's when the universe steps in and says, well, we have a blessing for you. So make sure that you understand that the change is coming is for you to grow outside of where you're at right now, right? Whether it's mentally and or physically, the change is coming from your hand, but it is being met by your ancestors, and it is being pushed and followed through by the energy of the universe. I can't wait to see what you create for those boundaries, but more importantly, I can't wait to see what you change for growth. That's what I've got for you, honey. OMG. All right. Apparently I need to grab some decks. So hold on 1 second. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Maru and Jennifer. Okay, 1 second. One, two, three. Oh, I heard you. 1, 2, 3. 1 second here, guys. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Of course. I swear I have a big desk. I just don't have any more room. I don't have any in my room. All right. You sit over here. And let me see you. And you and you. Okay. Ooh, all right, let's get your number. All right, Maru. Maruta. Hey now, get back up there. Okay, so we have 8 and 2, and we are subtracting 8 from 2 is 6. Okay. All right. So your number is 6, right? So 6 is one of the best numbers because it is a reminder that 222 created it, right? Or 3 and 3 or 5 and 1, right? So there is a joy to knowing that 6 ultimately is your number for the week, but it also is the number of the soul, right? Our soul revolves around the number 6. I know we don't always want to see it that way because man has made 6 have a ugly situation, but 6 is the beginning of the number for your soul. So understand that your soul itself is going to be doing a lot of healing with the number 6 this week. Why do I say a lot of healing? Because you are going to be making your soul noble, right? So when we make ourselves noble, we are humbling ourselves, right? We're not humbling ourselves for another person, for another being. Of course not. Why would we do that? That would be lowering our standards, right? No, that's not what we're doing. We are raising our own vibration because we have the power and the knowledge to understand that hummingbirds don't come to those that are not in balance with their soul. So while you are nobilizing your soul, you are finding a way to humble yourself from your own thoughts, right? We're not nobilizing our heart. Our heart has to stay unconditional. Without having an unconditional heart, you will not be able to get your soul in the same ground that you got your heart, right? You don't want your soul to be unconditional. You need it to be unmovable, right? Our soul will carry us through this walk and every other walk that we have signed up for, whether they're long walks or short walks. Well, hell, we just really don't remember, right? But your soul does. Your soul will not forget the contract that it has made. You are going to be experiencing something a little bit different because you have forgiveness coming through and for you as we approach and start moving into the season of Yule and out of the season of Samhain and fall and start moving into that darker, colder, shorter time of year. It is for the repairing of what needs to be repaired, right? You are repairing the veil within yourself. When you see the hummingbird, you will know it's a excuse me, guys. Good thing I got a bunch of them. One second, guys. I'm coming. Okay, back to what I was saying. What are you? Not sure what that was. Okay, so anyway, you're going to be repairing part of your soul. So when you see the hummingbird, know right then and there, no matter how that hummingbird comes to you, whether it comes to you in real life or it comes to you through a movie or on the side of a building or the side of a truck, however it comes to you, understand that right then and there, look around, stop what you're doing and pay attention because there's something right in your presence that is matching your vibration. You are going to be experiencing it a little bit different because the hummingbird is the guarantee that you need it in your life. Without it coming into your life, I don't know who this is, but they are driving me nuts. They need to get my name, make my name taste like steak in their mouth. I don't know. So you are going to be enabling your soul to be repaired. There is an actual physical act that you are going to be able to do for yourself. And it is going to be like you are rescuing you from who knows? I don't know. We don't know. The unknown is for you to find out, but you can't find out if you can't put yourself out there. So make sure that you put yourself out there and you pay attention to what it is that needs to be rescued. There is a part of you that needs you, and you can't keep ignoring it thinking that it will heal itself or the universe will do all the work, because they will not. They will not. They will not come in. They will not grant you what you need if you can't acknowledge that it needs to be repaired. And you need to be the one to fix you. Doesn't look like it's going to be easy, but it is part of life that you yourself will have to experience. Sometimes you have to understand that that hummingbird is not coming in the best of situations. Sometimes it's literally the worst day ever. So you thought. But that was the moment that you realized where the repair needs to happen. And you yourself will be able to figure out how to heal it by knowing how the hummingbird is coming into you, whether they are coming in through sound, whether they are coming in through sight, or they are literally just brushing past you so fast that you didn't see it, because that's how fast hummingbirds can fly. They can move very, very quickly. And don't forget, they can also move their wings backwards to come back around to you to make sure that you saw it and that you are paying attention. And that's what I've got for you, babe. Hummingbird, pay attention and start working on enabling and ennobilizing your soul. Bum 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 bum. Nope, stop that. I don't like that. All right. Jennifer, and she says that she is here. Okie dokie. Okay. All right. Numbers going, Shakina. You're very welcome, Maruta. Maruta. Aha. Dropped the 4 and brought a 4 right back. So we got 10 and 8. So we got 18. So we got 9. All right. So your number is 9. For the week, your number is 9. All right. Yep, I was right. Okay. I was just checking my my calendar, right? So Yule. All right. Jennifer, Yule is going to be a season for you where you are going to develop something, right? I'm not one that pushes like the gods and all of that, right? Everybody has their own opinion about whatever they want to believe in the universe or the world or the heaven or Valhalla or whatever your comfort zone is, right? Here's what people don't realize. Heaven and hell are both a place right here on earth. They are a place that is created to either be torturous or divinely heaven, right? So you do find the concept of heaven and hell here. But when you go to other dimensions, other realms, other places, you find that there are peace, right? It's not dark like you can't see. It's not full of life that you can touch right now, but it's full of some kind of peace that we don't have in this existence, right? Go away, maggot. So there is something that you must develop about peace, okay? And I'm going to say peace. You say heaven, you say whatever you want to call it, but I'm going to just call it peace, right? It is a beautiful place that a lot of people make it to, but they have consequences and they have things that they have to do in order to reach that place of peace, right? So you are going to be developing something much stronger within yourself, right? So it's something that you're going to have to focus a concentration about, right? You are going to need to understand that a tidy house is a godly house, a clean house, or however that statement goes. A cleansly house is however it goes. I don't even know how it goes, and it doesn't even matter. But look, you need the tidy house as your concentration. Your focus is there. Why is that? Because it's literally the number one card. The number one card is the reason that we are trying to get to the beginning of the next chapter, right? We can't get to the beginning of the chapter if we do not learn to concentrate and bring that soul to a place that is deserving of something worth peace, right? So something in you is refusing a call that your soul needs, right? I don't know what it is, but you do. You may not want to admit it. Hell, none of us want to admit when we need to improve something, but you have to understand that what comes with the improvement is like giving your body, your mind a upgrade, right? That's like going from never having the opportunity to leave the country to not only leaving the country, but going to the Bahamas for the first time in your life, swimming with sea turtles for the first time in your life, going on a cruise for the first time ever in your life. It's a milestone that may be one or it may be many. Who knows? But those milestones must be met by you. Your team is going to help you. Your team will constantly be reminding you that you need to retrieve this until you actually retrieve it. Once you actually retrieve it, a part of your soul starts healing immediately, and you can concentrate that focus and you can bring something new to your entire existence just by learning to listen and trust that what is happening to you is also happening for you, right? So you need to understand that just because these 6 cards don't seem like they are pushing you to see a great week ahead, that is the exact reason that these cards found you, right? These cards found you for the simple fact is you're not listening to the concentration your body needs, right? When you're refusing to not listen to either the call that you hear annoyingly sometimes in your ear when they're trying to get your attention, or your gut that is tearing you up and you don't need to use the restroom. So there is reason for it, right? That reason is for you to learn to trust something that you do not trust right now. And you can't trust it because you don't understand that this concentration that is forcing your body to be in an uncomfortable situation is because you are flat refusing to listen to the call, right? So you need to allow that call to be heard, felt, and understood as much as you can, due to the fact that without listening, without addressing it and learning to trust that it is for your highest good, you are simply keeping yourself stuck in the same exact spot that you are trying desperately to get out of. Instead, you're forcing yourself to stay in that spot that you're not very comfortable with. So learn to get outside of that comfort zone and allow your body to listen and also be heard. There is a lot going on within your body, but you need to understand that you need peace. But in order to get to the peace, you are going to have to do some soul retrieval. Concentrate on bringing it into the active part of your tidy house, no matter how clean your house is, no matter how tidy your house is. If you are concentrating on the wrong things, you aren't learning to trust and listen to what the universe itself is trying to teach you. And that's what I've got for you, honey. Yep, and that's exactly what you have to do. You have to do it for yourself. You cannot do it for anyone else, and you can't allow anyone else to do it for you. Unfortunately, that is not how the universe works. And if you don't do the work, guess what? Them 4 sisters will walk in and they will wreak all kinds of havoc on your life until you decide to start listening and cleaning up what they are pointing out needs to be addressed. Jane, well, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I did. 69. So somewhere way back up here at the beginning, somebody, all right, just let me go all the way to the top here. All right, now let's see. Damn maggot, go away. Go away. Did I lose the question? If it's not raining, can you cleanse a stone in salt water? I would check to make sure that the the stone or crystal can even have water, and then if so, I would say yes. Okay, y'all, please check the list. All right, and I know everybody already did all the YouTubey things because that's what we do around here. All right, I can't seem to find that question. Where the hell did that question go? Denise. Oh, there's the question. Okay, Miles. Denise says, "Is there any news from my spirit guide and the tune?" Okay, so Denise, Miles says that you need to do a salt scrub on your feet. What, crybaby? What? What, little handsome boy? What, Roran? What, Red? Handsome boy? What, handsome boy? Handsome little boy. Yes, Miles says do a salt scrub on your feet and let them air dry. Don't know what that's supposed to mean, but apparently you have got to make sure that while you are stepping with clean feet. I don't know what that means. But yes, he literally wants you to take some salt, preferably some Himalayan salt or black salt for protection, and literally just submerge your feet, rub them back and forth, allow it to scrape all of the excess skin. And then he wants you to take that skin and those salt, and he wants you to put everything into a trash can, and he wants you to throw it away. Do not re-walk on anything that dirtied the feet after you scrub and cleanse your feet, and you will be able to receive something abundantly, he says. But you must scrub your feet. As odd as that sounds, that is what Miles said. Oh. All right, guys. I am going to close. Thank you so much for being here. I very much appreciate you guys spending your morning with me because you literally could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here with me. I miss you guys. I am glad to be back. I am feeling better. And like I said, I've got a lot going on right now, and I am going to be removing a bunch of energy from around me again. So, while I take my time and enjoy my Monday, I hope you guys do the exact same, and I will see you very soon. I love you guys, and I will see you soon.